I forgot to tell you, when I got under a year to go, Mary and I decided to start a family, and she was pregnant when I was sent to Vietnam. That was hard. She then, when we came back to Salem, she moved back in with her parents, and I was in Vietnam for, let's see, my daughter was born in August. Anyhow, Sergeant Thaler and found out Mary was pregnant, and I got pulled off of a lot of nasty details. No more night ambushes. No more going out to A sites overnight, and which I didn't ever want to go there anyhow. Anyhow, he had some. I know he told the colonel my situation, that Mary was pregnant, and they took care of me. I figured out when my daughter was going to be born. I didn't know it was going to be a girl. I thought it would be didn't know. And the colonel told Sergeant Thaler, look, let me in the office, and there was a code you had to dial through, and it was through a radio. You contacted, I think it was not a ham radio. Yeah, it was a ham radio in California, and then they in turn would call long distance to wherever. Well, they set up the phone link for me to talk to Mary. Well, I called her parents' house, and she had just gotten home from the hospital that day.
Oh, so you found out you were a dad.
When Captain Morris, Sergeant Thaler, Sergeant West, Kelly, Oscar Green, and I forget how many others, I was so drunk I couldn't stand up. I mean, that was the worst hangover I was ever. It was just the wine, the beer, the shots were just constant to the point where I couldn't even walk. I don't even remember laying down to sleep. I must have passed out, but they were all in there patting me on the back and congratulations, and well, Captain Morris on Friday night, if you didn't have duty in the dispensary, we would all meet down in the medical bunker, and there'd be, I'm guessing, 5 or 6 of us enlisted guys and 2 or 3 of the officers, and everybody brought something to drink. The enlisted guys brought beer, because that's usually all we could get hold of, and the officers would bring a bottle of Wild Turkey, Jack Daniels, whatever other crap they could find. And then we'd all sit in chairs, and Captain Morris would come in, and he'd get the nitrous oxide out, and he'd pass the mask around, and we'd all go, pass it around. So we're all high on nitrous, drinking beers, doing shots, talking about our lives back home, and that was fun. Probably would have got busted for it, but Captain Morris, I still remember him. He was hilarious. They found a sampan. The fishermen were smuggling in, they sold marijuana. You could get marijuana like that. Well, this one officer, he was a major, and they found this fisherman had bales of marijuana, and this stuff was very potent. And this major got in touch with, it was on the other side of our, there was a 105 battalion next to us, about 100 yards down the road. And on the other side of that was an engineer battalion, and they had all their equipment, bulldozers and all that stuff. Well, this major got a hold of the MPs, busted this fisherman with these bales of marijuana, and they hauled this stuff in, and this major decided that it would be a good idea just to burn it. So he had this engineer battalion with the bulldozer hollow out a trench in the ground, in the sand, and they threw a bunch of skids in there, wooden skids, and they piled up this marijuana on them. Well, each company was to supply 2 armed guards to keep, they didn't want anybody, because these guys knew it was there, they'd go in and just take handfuls of it. So they put us in a circle around this fire pit, and they lit it up, and there was no wind. And we're standing there. I remember Kelly, he was standing next to me. we've got our M16s locked and loaded in case anybody tried to get in there, and pretty soon there's this smoke everywhere, and it's just sitting there. And we're standing in it. And I looked over at Kelly, and he's standing there going, and I thought, oh, okay. Oh, that's potent. And then about 20 minutes later, these MPs showed up with this, I think it was a 1-star. And he went, what the is going on here? Who in the ordered this? Well, this major, he's back, went over, I did, sir, and he put that fire out. What the hell is wrong with you? Don't you see what these guys are doing? Get them back from this. Too late. But that was that was I don't remember much that afternoon. But we had our clothes just reeked with it, and the next day I went in, and Sergeant Thaler, I went by him and he looked at me real funny and he goes, where the hell were you and what's that smell? Oh, I didn't change my unit. Get down there and change those clothes. He said, I don't want the colonel coming in and smelling you like that. But that's just one of the, there was some really stupid stuff that went on over there, and that's one of the things that was really stupid was this, I know this major, that ended his career.